Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again at the Forex market. So today we consider euro currency intraday session, intraday performance, and probably take a look at the Great British Pound, because it's actually we have approximately similar setups there. And I know that some former members of the ForexPeaceArmy are following with the trading Great British Pound, others trading euro currency, so it makes sense to take a look at both. So in general, yesterday was a bit, terrible session, especially for the stock market. Lots of statements, hawkish statements from as Jerome Powell, as the Janet Yellen, both. I think that they absolutely cut off from the reality. So the things that I heard recently, it's absolutely, I don't know even how to describe it. So nobody sees the market is coming to recession. We do not see signs of recession. How they said, Jerome Powell told that we keep going with the tightening policy as long as it will be needed to stabilize the situation. And everybody ignores the really awful statistics that we have. So inflation is hitting the new records. Overall economic conditions deteriorating. So actually you could see in practice the things that we have discussed in recent reports. So speaking about the flows from the stock market to the bonds. So for instance, and that Fed sees like the primary target object point right now. So just take a look what has happened recently with the S&P. This was just huge collapse recently. This market has lost almost 200 points in one session. It's more than the 2%, 3% almost. So, and now take a look what has happened on the bonds. Bingo. Interest rate start dropping. So it means that money turns to the bonds and yield has decreased. So demand is coming on the bonds. Actually, currently investors are just the hostages of the pattern that is based on a fundamental view that is actually studied a lot in the economy, that if something is happening, is if the jitter on the horizon, just run into the treasuries. Don't think, move right there. But if you take a look at the treasuries right now, with the minus 8% interest rate yield, lacking demand, terrible debt in relation even to the gross domestic product, it tells you that it's absolutely not riskless debt. And buying it right now, it's it's a bad deal currently. Anyway, we see that investors just following the classic school that they have been studied since from the youth, and we see the results. So anyway, what we currently could get on stock market on a forex market. So on the daily chart, it's nothing to talk about. We have expected this pullback. Now we see it extends on the way. Now it's a question about the target, where we could consider taking the long position. So those who have taken short, they're based on the based on this reversal that we have discussed recently. You could keep them probably for a while, a bit longer. And here I'm returning back to the idea of the probable some kind of the possible levels that we have discussed recently for taking the long position. Well, as you could see here from the confidence support that we've got recently, it was somewhere in this area. We've got the bounce. So what we discussed previously, they said that the 104.80 might be the level where market could show the bounce. And in fact, this has happened. You can see that this market has moved slightly lower and then starts upward bounce. But right now, with this reaction that we see here, and with the bearish reversal bar right there, you can see this market create new top, close below the lows, not even the previous candle, but in general all these bars it makes me think that market could get a bit deeper downward direction before reversal will happen. So, and if it will happen at all. And from that standpoint, personally, I like this level, 104.30. So if you have taken position here, you could move stops to the break-even and just close it, if you agree with me, of course, and just keep watching for this area. Or you could try to add more position right there to make the average around 104.50, which will be not really bad combination also. Because with this performance and with the existence of the strong support area, which makes an agreement with the XOP and Fib level, it looks, well, attractive. Besides, this level actually will become the final point where bulls could turn up again. So breaking the major 618 support, start moving lower, it tells you that reversal probably is over. So this will be no retracement. That simultaneously will be invalidation point, which also makes us a bit easier to take the position, so we could hide stops just below this area. Besides, as usually happens when the market first forms the bullish reversal swing here, well, it's might be a bit deeper retracement, especially after the sell-off that we see right there. Now about the Great British Pound, here we need to take a look at the hourly chart. You probably remember what we said about this situation, taking the short position with the pullback, so discussed here. And the question is about where to take the position. Right now, another reason why I think that euro currency also could move slightly lower, here it's a really big chance that we get the 3-drive pattern on the hourly chart, which also will be the 618 level around 22.87. And that is what is similar with the euro currency, although we do not have the 3-drive there, but level stands the same. So based on the recent performance that I see here, actually I think that might be this point. This is really great setup, just even taking a look at it aesthetically. So you could see the clear bullish reversal pattern, which is the 3-drive, 1618 3-drive, that agrees with the major 618 support, and everything is perfect in this combination. So 618 support also is logical. As I said, on euro currency, when market forms reversal swing, 618 retracement is very common to happen. So then we will see the failure of the markets to hold above this area, as on the euro currency and British pound, tells us the market is going lower, and be prepared for taking now to these lows. If market will able to stay here, then we could get the bounce up with the different targets. So minimum target here will be move above the top between second and third drive. It's approximately 24 area. That's the minimum target the market could achieve for this setup. So in fact, the most important thing here is that that is actually the last chance for the bulls. It's a vital area. Market either has to turn up right from here, or it will not turn up at all. So just will keep going lower. So that's why it's relatively easy to manage position when you have this such an inputs for trading.